What is going on, guys? Today is going to be the release of Persona 5 the Phantom X globally. If you guys are watching this early, that means that tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time is the release, the global version of Persona 5 the Phantom X. So I thought I would make a beginner guide since I've been playing the Korean version on and off for like the last 4 to 6 months or so, and I have a lot of knowledge on some of the things that you want to focus on in the game. Kind of explain some things for you guys, give you some tips and tricks, and explain the do's and don'ts of what you guys should be doing with your stamina, what characters you should save for, what certain currencies are for, what you should be doing in the game to progress faster, what happens if you get stuck. All these things I'll be explaining. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet because I've seen a lot of guides on this on YouTube that have just been like 50 minutes long, 40 minutes, and I don't think it needs to be that ridiculous. There's going to be a lot of people that are coming to this game that are brand new to gacha games, so I'm going to try to keep this video as short and simplified as possible. Now, first things first, mainly the thing you're going to be wanting to focus on right in the start of the game is, of course, like any other gacha game, if you're new to gacha games, what you're going to be doing is focusing on story, because story is how you're going to be unlocking a lot of the game modes. If we go to the metaverse, a lot of the game modes only unlock after you continue with the story. So right now it's showing, we're going to go back to this menu after, but a lot of these things, as you're seeing, cannot be cleared until you clear a certain side quest, and this also can't be cleared until you're level 40. So the first and most important thing is obviously just do story till you can't anymore. Then you're going to hit a point where you can no longer do story because, as you can see right there, it says raise Wonder's level to level 30. Now, when this happens, what you're going to do, you're going to be clicking on missions. Missions is going to give you your quests and side quests and event quests that are going to help you get XP for Wonder to make him level up faster. As you can see, if I go through some of these, there's going to be some of them that say 2,000 XP for Wonder. And as you can see, I'm going to still go down to these side quests, and they all give 2,000 XP for Wonder. So this is going to be the fastest way to level him up. So if you ever get stuck to the point where you're like, I want to continue dungeon, because at this point right here, where it says raise Wonder's level to level 30, this is where we're about to send the calling card for the first palace. And to do that, they want to make sure that you're strong enough to do it if you've not been grinding or anything or building your characters. So they want you to at least raise your character's level 30, because this is when you unlock the next level cap for your other characters. Because the way that the system works in this game for leveling up your characters is it goes based off of Wonder's level. So if Wonder is level 20 to 30, then you can awaken your characters to level 30. And if there is a level 30 Wonder, then you can do up to level 40 awakening. So as you can see, I cannot awaken her right now because it says Wonder needs to be level 30. Sorry, I was loading up the Korean version of the game. But yeah, as you can see, it says Wonder level 30 needed, right? So you need to level them up to be able to progress and level up your other characters. Now, the number one and most important thing to work on besides doing story that I would like to tell you guys is a lot of people aren't talking about this. The personas, okay? So as you can see, if I go to Wonder, right? Wonder can equip multiple personas. At level 30, he unlocks the third slot, and he can have 3 personas at a time. The best way to get him stronger in Persona 5 the Phantom X is by grinding. This is where you're going to be wasting your stamina on, by the way. This is the most important thing to waste your stamina on. If you don't need these right here, right? Maybe you can do the double ones for the day and get your double drops. If you need XP to level characters, awaken them, whatever, you get a lot of those though through doing the story and events and side missions. So these aren't that important. What you're going to be wasting your stamina on for the most part is farming personas. As you can see, it says right here, not registered, not registered. That means you don't even have these unlocked yet. So I will explain to you why this is so important, not only for fusion, right? So you can unlock new personas and keep getting stronger personas for your character, right? So you're going to be farming these, unlocking new, personas for your character, filling out the compendium, unlocking new fusions. The main reason why you're doing this, right, is because it's going to give you seals for clearing them, right? Now, this is why I said this is the most important thing. To build Wonder, as you know, if you've played any Persona game, the main character cannot be removed from your team. So Wonder has something that none of the other characters have. These characters can equip gear. I don't think I can show you guys the gear yet because I haven't unlocked it in this. But there is a gear system in the game. They're called Arcana cards. If you've played any Persona game, you know what the Arcana cards are. And yeah, I don't have it unlocked yet. But you will be able to equip Arcana cards on these characters to make them stronger. It's like the gear system if you've ever played Hoyoverse games like Honkai Star Rail, Genshin. It's gear like that, right? Now, Wonder doesn't have this. He cannot equip Arcana cards. but that's because he has a skill tree. And this skill tree, you get these Shema points. I hope that's how you pronounce it. You get these points by doing fusion. By doing fusion is how you're going to be getting these points on unlocking new personas. And as you can see, there's a lot of crazy buffs here, and they can be stacked. Attack plus 2%, then you can keep going. You can do tier 2, tier 3. As you can see, it says he must be level 30. For this one, it must be level 35. This one, 35. HP percent increase, defense increase. You got passives right here. Increase the level of the equipped persona's learned active skills by 1, right? So there is a lot of stuff that he can get. Now it says get Shema points, go. Let's see what happens when we click this. It brings us to the Velvet Room. So, like I was saying, if you want to get more points for your Wonder to level up his skill tree, you need to do fusion. As you can see, I can fuse a new character. I can get Nico Mata, but I already have her unlocked. She's already registered. So all these characters, all these personas that are not registered, you're going to want to be fusing these. And also, even if you don't, you're going to want to keep fusing more and more, because I'm going to be real with you. You are going to be getting so many of these seals that you're just going to be wanting to keep fusing and fusing and fusing over and over to get these points for Wonder to level them up as quick as possible. I've seen people have accounts where they have like 2,000 seals, right? Because they just keep farming these stages, and you're also getting them from doing dungeons in a story, because you don't only just get them from doing stamina clears or summoning them on, you know, on banners, getting dupes of them on banners when you're trying to pull characters. You also get them from just doing stories. So, like I said, most important thing, this is probably the most important thing I'm going to tell you in this video. Waste your stamina on farming personas, especially early on, to really boost your Wonder up. Now, one more thing I want to talk about when it comes to team building, and we're going to be talking about Wonder here again. He is going to be probably, the way you build your team, right? You're going to have one DPS, one main DPS, and then maybe an off DPS, like sub DPS buffer, debuffer, healer, tank, right? That's what you're going to want to do. Now, the best role for Wonder, since he can have 3 personas equipped, now you're going to want him to be flexible. So by that, I mean you're going to want him to be a support. So have a support persona, have a persona that debuffs. Obviously, you're still going to want him to do attacks, right, with elements to help knock the enemies down. Just like in any persona game, you want to knock them all down with their elements and do all-out attacks. But having him do support, because it's going to be easiest to build him to do these, because you can get so many personas with him. Because you don't have to pull, right? You don't have to pull for him. You just got to grind the game to get his stuff. You can get support for him and get debuff rolls for him as well as maybe you could use a tank one if you wanted to, and you could have a third one as a DPS. So definitely want to have at least a support and debuffing persona as one of the two, or 2 of the 3, and then have maybe a DPS one. Because the reason being, DPS units change all the time, like the meta for them. Because DPS units in the endgame modes fluctuate and change bosses. So the weaknesses for the bosses and certain characters that are going to be good against these bosses are going to change every month. So some characters that are good in the first month are not going to be good in the second month. And then the third month, you can use the first month characters again, and vice versa, right? So you can keep switching out your DPS, and building him as DPS is not going to be as useful, because you're going to keep changing. And obviously, like I said, you can keep switching his persona. So if one month it's, you know, fire, then you build him with a fire persona. If the next month it's ice, you use an ice persona. So you can use him for literally anything, okay? So that's why he is so important to build. And real quick, I want to touch on the fact that Joker, early on, let's just put it this way. The game has been out for a year in China. He is still used to this day, and he's been buffed in China. Not sure if we're getting the buffed version of him on global. We will see. I haven't been able to pull him in this build that the devs were able to give me to get early access. So I don't know if he's the buffed version or not. I did use him in, the trial, but I couldn't really tell. I will say right now, definitely pull him at launch if you want to have a very easy start and be able to clear a lot of content very easily. He is a broken unit, and his curse damage is really good. After that, you could probably save for a very good while. I will show you guys on the Korean version of the game which characters that you will want to be saving for, and who are the ones to look out for that get really strong when they release. So unfortunately, as I was literally going into the character menu to show you my characters and show you guys who you should pull for on the Korean account, the game is in maintenance. So I can't log in. So I have another way to show you guys who the characters are and what they look like. So the number 1 character you're going to want to go for is, she is the girl that you will be seeing playing the guitar. I will actually show you in Persona 5 the Phantom X. So if you go to the station square in Shibuya, there is a girl at Shibuya Station Square playing the guitar. She is going to be one of the most broken strategist units, which are going to be like your buffers. So good. So they have a character trailer for her. So I can't wait for her character to come out in the game because she's actually such a cool confidant. But yes, she is going to be, after Joker, one of the main characters that you're going to be going for, like hardcore. Her and Futaba from Persona 5. Yes, the first character from P5 Royal, P5. Futaba is going to be one of the best characters, navigators, because there's navigators in this game too. So she is going to be the character you're going to be looking out for first, and then Futaba. Also, Makoto. Makoto is one of the best nuclear units in the game. Now, in this video, I'm not going to go in depth and explain why they're so broken, or else this video would be so long. This is going to be more of a beginner guide video, but just kind of to give you guys a thing to look forward to. I will be doing a completely separate guide on the most broken units in the game and completely breaking them down. And I will be doing guides for characters individually. So I think that will be the best way to do that. Now, the Confidant System is in Persona 5 the Phantom X, just like it was in the previous games. And it is very important in this one. It is very streamlined on how you do it. You can give them gifts to level them up. You can also use your activity points, which I'll show you how to do in a second. You'll get 5 activity points a day. It caps at 20, so you can go 4 days without logging in and do them all in one day if you want to do that. But yeah, you will be able to use your activity points to hang out with your confidants, to raise their levels. And I will tell you right now, the most important characters to focus on are definitely Merope. Merope is the character in the Velvet Room that does the fusion for you. Leveling her up allows you to awaken new fusions. So as you can see, rank 5, you get Archangel. They go up to rank 20. You can look at the rewards here. Most of the stuff is you can get some passives, like right here you can fuse Anubis, here you can fuse Okuninushi. There's so many that you unlock here, but most of the stuff is just gems and mats. But yes, these passives are extremely important for raising your wonder up and getting new fusions for your character. Now, again, I can't log into the Korean version, and I need to get this video done today, so unfortunately I can't show you. But I will name the characters for you. Tomoko is one of them. It's this girl right here. She's going to let you get more money in your part-time jobs, which is going to be a lot better for you to be buying more gifts for your characters, to give them gifts to help level them up faster. Now, before I show you the other characters, I do want to just touch on this real quick. You can make it so the characters that you see in the action points menu, where you're going to go and hang out with your confidants, they change every time of the day in the city. So if it's daytime, it's certain confidants. If it's afternoon, it's another different set of confidants. But if you want these, like a certain one, to appear more often, you're going to want to click prioritized, right? And it shows you the exact time that they spawn and when you can look out for them. This is also where you're going to see what gifts they like, so you can know what gifts to buy them. You can also just click on it immediately and go right to it and buy it from there. In case you forget, it's right there in the menu. Just click right on and you can buy it. So you can make it very easy to level their confidants up. And like I said, they go up to level 20. The next one, I'm just going to use Pride Win for this. That way I can show you guys. The next one after Tomoko, you can use Miyu. Miyu is also going to be a very good confidant to build. Miyu is going to help you level your confidants faster. So hanging out with them gives more synergy. Doing whatever, giving them gifts gives more synergy. It's going to make it easier to level your confidants. So she should be the next one that you work on. Then the next one you could do is Riko. As you can see, she's right here. This synergy will allow you to unlock more hangout spots. That way, when you look at this menu here, where they spawn, you'll have more options to hang out with more people instead of having to wait longer for them to, cycle through this menu. And then Kiyoshi, I think, is the next, really important one, because he gives you books that allow you to read on the way to school, just like you can in the other Persona games, that raise your social stats. So while you're on the way to school, your character will be reading the book and helping him get his social stats faster. Now, as you can see, this is going to be our menu for using our action points. As you can see, I have 18 out of 20. I already used 2 of them. You could do part-time work. You can play games at home, study at the library, see a movie. This is where you're going to be hanging out with your confidants to raise your synergy level. I use my action points to advance the time in the map to nighttime. So nighttime, now I can hang out with one of my confidants, Merope. As you can see here, it says spend time with Merope. You can do the 3 times multiplier if you'd like. Hang out with Merope. It says you're going to get 40 to 60 synergy. All you need is 1 stamina point. She's right here. You're going to talk to her and say you want to spend time with her. As you can see, all the stuff that's in the regular Persona games that you'll know and love is going to be in this game. Should I spend time with Merope? Yes, spend time with Merope. Then let us be off. I headed out with Merope. Now you get to choose where you guys go. Let's go over here to the book town. Let's go. You're going to have the bonding moments like you do with every other character. It's going to help you level them up faster. And as you can see, after I finish this, I ranked her up. She's now rank 2. You're going to get more rewards, and you're also going to keep leveling her up to unlock more passives. The next thing I want to talk about for beginners is the Velvet Trials. The Velvet Trials are towers that you can climb and do different stages, and every stage gets progressively harder and harder. Most of them, you're going to be using the same elements, so you're going to want to be bringing lightning units in these stages. As you can see, they pretty much stay the same until you get to the way harder stages. Usually every 5 waves, they change elements. As you can see, this one's physical, so you're going to want to keep changing the characters that you're using. But as you're leveling this up, you're going to get a high score. You're going to unlock rewards. You're going to get, this is pull currency. You're going to get weapons and awakening mats for a Janisik, which is the persona for your main character. There's a lot of free pulls to get here. There is so many pulls to get here. Not to mention you're going to be getting achievements as well. So there is so many free pulls you can get from doing these. Is actually insane. Obviously, just do them at your own pace. They don't go away. There's no reset or anything like that. These are permanent. They add more eventually. So this is what you're going to be wanting to focus on after you're done with story to be able to get more pulls for your account. Obviously, make sure you guys are doing the events as they come out, because the events are going to be the main source of how you're going to be getting your income for, you know, rewards for pull and currency for your characters. Let's talk about the most important thing. If you go up here to plans right here, this is like a beginner mission kind of thing. A lot of gacha games do this. You're going to want to make sure you do all of these things, okay? Not only are you going to be getting XP for Wonder to help level them up faster, you're also going to be getting pulls. When you complete this first step, you're going to be able to get a character summon ticket. You will be able to guarantee, this is a select ticket. You get to select either Ryuji, Morgana, and An. I'm going to tell you right now, do not pick Morgana. An is the best one on here out of these 3. If you get a second chance to get this, because there is a beginner banner, so say you get An Takamaki on the beginner banner. Let me show you the beginner banner. You're definitely going to want to choose her. If you choose her, then you can pick Ryuji, but do not get Morgana. It's not worth it. So this is the banner I was talking about right here. After 50 pulls. Now, keep in mind, this doesn't mean that once you pull a 5-star, it's done. I've already pulled a 5-star on this without even hitting the 50. So I got Rin on my account on this banner, and then at 50, what happens once you hit 50, you get to choose one of these characters for free. So definitely choose on this banner, and then you're going to want to pick Ryuji on the ticket that you get for free. Then once you go into plan 2, you're going to be getting a weapon selector, which I recommend picking the weapon for An. Not only will you be able to get this, you only see 2 plans here. There's going to be 4 in total. They're going to add to this, because in the Korean version, again, can't show you the games in maintenance, but they're going to be adding plan 3 and plan 4. Plan 3, if I remember correctly, gives you a dupe for one of these 3 characters. So you get to select like a free dupe for one of these 3. Obviously, again, An. It's not a character, it's just a dupe. And then plan 4, I believe, gives you another weapon selector for these characters. So if you picked Ryuji here, you can get Ryuji's weapon after getting An. So the game is extremely free to play friendly. You're getting a free 5-star selector ticket, 2 5-star weapon selector tickets, a beginner banner to guarantee you a character. So you can get 2 of these characters pretty much for free, right? Not pretty much, you are getting them for free. You can get 2 of these 5-star characters for free and 2 weapons for them and a dupe for one of them, right? So very, very good. Make sure you guys are doing these steps. If you have trouble knowing what to do, literally just hit go, it tells you where to go. Very simple. I'm not going to touch too much on the end game stuff because there is a lot of end game modes. There's a guild. Definitely join the guild when you get to level 30 or 40, I believe. Maybe level 40, if I remember correctly. There is a guild system in the game. You can join that. One of the end game modes is in the guild stuff. It's like a guild boss where you deal a lot of damage to a boss. If you ever played Epic 7, it's like that. You deal a crap ton of damage to the boss with your guild mates. It's not like co-op or anything. You guys just go in there. You go in there with your team, deal damage, and then your guild mates will, when they have time, go and do damage. And then based on the damage you deal, you'll get rewards and stuff. There's also a game mode that has a leaderboard system that gives you gems. There's also a mini card game. I believe it was in P5 Royal. I think it's called Typhoon or something like that. But there is PvP in that. You can play against other players or just do PvE. There's rewards in that too. And the ranked mode is PvP, like player versus player. So there is extra rewards for that. But it's not like the turn-based combat, and it's not like super pay to win or anything. You're literally just playing a card game. It's kind of plays like Uno if you played the card. card game in Persona 5 Royal. I believe it was a minigame in Royal. Correct me if I'm wrong. And there's also a 2 roguelike modes. The second roguelike mode just came out recently in the Chinese version. It's Tartarus, pretty much, from Persona 3 Reloaded. And all the events are permanent, by the way. So Persona 3 Reload is out right now, the collab with them and the Chinese version, and it's not going away. It's permanent. So Tartarus is a new permanent game mode. And like I said, it is a roguelike. There's 2 roguelike modes, so you're going to be able to get resets for that. That's going to keep resetting. You're going to keep getting pulls. You're also going to have first-time or clear rewards for that, too, so you're going to get more rewards doing that. And there's also like an MOC variant kind of mode, too, like how Honkai Star Rail had it, where you have to have 2 different teams to be able to clear the content. There's also kind of like another mode where it's like you fight a lot of bosses. There's a lot endgame. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but that's pretty much all I think that I really had to tell you guys that are super important for the beginner guide. Focus on story, focus on wonder, farm personas to make your wonder stronger, focus on your confidant building, do the Velvet Room tower things to get free rewards as well, and focus on the events and the business plan, the beginner plan thing when you start the game. Very, very simple. I don't want to go on too long. I think I already rambled long enough, probably like a 20-minute video by now, but I tried to keep it as short as possible and give you guys the main information that you're going to need to know if you're new to these games, or if you even played gacha games before, but you just kind of want to streamline progress, right? That is the main things you need to work on, the tips and tricks, I think, to progress your account pretty fast. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I will be streaming the game as soon as it comes out at 11 p.m. EST. I'll probably be live before then. Uma Musume also came out today, so I'll probably be streaming that alongside Wuthering Waves all day until the drop for Persona 5 Phantom X, and we're going to be grinding this game all night. I will be doing a reroll guide as well. Spoiler alert, it's not worth it, but I'm going to tell you guys why in a video. It takes way too long. We got a lot more videos coming to the channel very soon, especially endgame modes, character building, who to look out for. There's a lot of videos coming to the channel. If you guys are interested on knowing about the future site of the game, since I've been playing the Korean version, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be notified for future videos. If this guide helped you guys out a lot, make sure you guys hit the like button. It helps me out tremendously, costs you guys nothing. And thank you guys so much for all the support. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll be free to answer all your questions. If you also want to ask me while I'm live, I'm probably live on YouTube and or Twitch or Kick at the same time. So make sure you guys come on through. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.